What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, we're hanging out down here in the museum today, relaxing, having fun, and we have another fantastic Super 7 Masters of the Universe Filmation offering for you. Our Masters of the Universe Filmation's Man-at-Arms, the heroic master of weapons. To me, guys, this is one of the figures that if I could have had as a kid, which I had none of these figures, these Masters of the Universe figures as a kid growing up in the early 1980s. This is the figure that I would have wanted the most. More than He-Man, actually. I found this Man-at-Arms to be one of the coolest figures because of all of his gear. And mind you, this is the Filmation's cartoon version of Man-at-Arms, the accurate version, cartoon version. This is not the vintage Man-at-Arms figure from the early 1980s that was released in toy stores. What Super 7 has done is that they've taken what a lot of us kids from the 1980s probably thought to ourselves, how come the toys don't look like the cartoons? So Super 7 has taken that aspect and has given us the Filmation cartoon version of these Masters of the Universe characters. And they look fantastic. But Man-at-Arms has always been one of my favorites. Super 7 has done a great job at replicating the cartoon version of Man-at-Arms. You know, because the vintage Man-at-Arms version, he doesn't have the mustache or anything like that. He doesn't have this much armor. I think he has one arm gauntlet and he has one leg gauntlet, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think he has the chest piece too. Definitely has the chest piece. You can see our Masters of the Universe Filmation version comes with a weapon. What else he's got over here? And he's got this club like weapon. Let's see if we'll pick him up to get a closer look of it at that weapon. And this blaster weapon. This is a heavy toy too. Very heavy. It's got a, what the vintage ones had the comic books. This one just has the just a backing, a card backing with some information on it about the figure. A nice little shout out to the vintage Masters of the Universe figures. Beautiful card art as seen on TV. Literally as seen on TV. These figures are made just like the Filmation characters. They're Filmation characters. Figure still comes with a power punch. I can't get over the armor though, the detail. Man-at-Arms, they did a fantastic job on the sculpt. Guys, what do you think of our Super 7 Masters of the Universe Filmation Man-at-Arms. Do you have this figure? Are you looking for this figure? We got our figure from Big Bad Toy Store. This figure costs about roughly about $20, which I think is just a fantastic price. And you're getting a fantastic product at that price. There'll be some shipping and handling involved, so you can tack on a few more dollars. But for the most part, it's a great price. When I saw that this figure was going to be released, I knew immediately that I wanted to get this figure because I just love the original Man-at-Arms figure that came out back in the 1980s. So it was a no-brainer for me. It's just a matter of when, excuse me, because I was going to definitely get it. This figure is definitely more colorful, like I said, because it's from the cartoon. It's based largely from the cartoon. So you're going to get those big, bright, vibrant colors from his helmet, his armor, body armor, everything. Belt, shoes. Let's turn him around. Get you a blown out look here. Card art is spot on, beautiful. I almost wish they made a comic book for these figures. That came with these figures, I should say. I would love to see a comic book made for these figures. There's Orko up there. He's fighting Beastman. You can check out our Beastman video that we did. Like I said, there's the twist his waist and he swings back with a punch. I love that aspect. I thought that was a fantastic, cool accessory that came with this figure, built into this figure. I thought that was so awesome. That was a beautiful feature. And there's our He-Man, our She-Ra, Man-at-Arms. Collect them all, right? There's our robot He-Man. There's Teela, Skeletor, Beastman, Hordak. We got all these guys. Released in 2018. I'm just getting mine though, guys. Guys, this I highly recommend you guys adding these beautiful Masters of the Universe Super 7 figures to your collection. You know, everybody can't afford, to go out and buy a vintage figure. Those vintage figures can run as high as, between $700-800. In some cases I've heard more. It really depends on the condition. And this is not considered a retro figure. This figure is like, once again, I've said this in all of the other past videos, my Masters of the Universe videos. This figure is based on the cartoon. So you're getting an original figure, so to speak. Just a fantastic figure. Guys, we're going to be adding more Masters of the Universe action figures to our museum collection, without question. We will definitely be doing that. Like I said, I'm hooked on them. But it's with anything, it's all about finding the right time because we have so many other things that we have our hands into in the museum here at the museum with other toy lines. And that's what makes it tough. I wish I could just get everything. I think that's a problem that all collectors, we all have as collectors. We simply can't get everything. but it's definitely worth it. Guys, I'd like to thank you for hanging out with us today here at the museum. More fun on the way. We got some big announcements coming up. I know I've been saying it quite a few times, but we do have some big announcements coming up, guys, so stay tuned. You know the routine, guys. God bless. Stay healthy. And keep collecting.